You got the tool, you started using it, and somehow you got slower. You were told AI would give you leverage 10x your output, compress hours into minutes. You believed it because the first few times it actually worked. Then something shifted. The sessions got longer, the prompts got more complicated, and the output felt like it wasn't really yours. Here's what productivity gurus won't tell you. The exhaustion you feel after a heavy AI session. It's real fatigue, not laziness, not distraction. Your brain is doing work, it's just the wrong kind. The advice out there: use better prompts. Try a different model, build a workflow. That's the industry talking. That's people selling you more tool as the solution to the tool. We're not doing that here. Let's start with what's actually happening in your head. Your brain has a finite cognitive budget. It doesn't distinguish between generating an idea and evaluating someone else's. Baumeister's research on decision fatigue proved this in 1998. Every judgment call depletes the same prefrontal reserve. Reading an AI draft and deciding whether it's right, that's a judgment call. Multiply that by 40 prompts in a session, you didn't save energy, you spent it. Then there's the Google effect. Sparrow, Liu, and Wagner. When your brain knows information is available externally, it stops encoding it internally. What does this mean for you practically? The documents you've drafted with AI, you retain less of the logic behind them. You can't defend them in a meeting. You can't build on them tomorrow. You drafted it, but you didn't think it. Now, here's the one that should genuinely concern you: the generation effect. Slameka and Graph, 1978. Information you generate yourself is retained 20 to 40% better than information you passively verify. Every time you use AI to generate the first draft of your thinking, you skip the hardest, most valuable cognitive step, the step where the idea becomes yours. And finally, the Zeigarnik loop. Your brain is wired to hold unsolved problems in active memory. That tension is not discomfort, it's the mechanism. The moment you hand a problem to AI, the loop closes, your brain releases the problem, and it stops working on it. You think you're parallelizing, your brain thinks it's done. Those are not the same thing. So, what's the fix? Not a new AI tool, not a productivity system with 17 steps. The fix is a wall, a hard, stupid, simple wall between two kinds of work. Stick to basics says this: your brain has two legitimate jobs when it comes to knowledge work: thinking and executing. These are not the same job. Treating them as the same job is what's breaking you. Thinking session is sacred. No AI, no search, no input from outside your own skull. You sit with the problem. You feel the Zeigarnik tension. You let it work. That discomfort is not a bug, it is the process. An execution session is the opposite. The thinking is done. You know what you want to say. You know the structure. AI is now a drafting accelerator, not a thinking partner. You are the architect. It is the power tool. Here is the protocol. It has three parts. It is not clever. That is the point. Step 1. Before any work session, you define which session you are in: thinking or execution. You write it down, one word. If you can't write that one word, you are not ready to start. That's your first diagnostic. Step 2. Time box. The thinking session. Hard cap, 25 to 45 minutes. No AI, no browser, no exceptions. Your only tools are a blank document, a notebook, or a whiteboard. You write down everything your brain produces: half formed, ugly, incomplete. You do not judge it. Judgment is an AI session's job. When the timer ends, you stop. Not because you are done, because the rule says stop. This is non negotiable. The constraint is the mechanism, not the obstacle. Step 3. Now you open the execution session. You have your rough thinking in front of you. You feed your own structure into AI, not an open question, not "help me think about this." A specific instruction based on your already formed logic. Expand this outline. Sharpen this argument. Clean this draft. You are steering. It is rowing. The execution session also gets a hard cap: 30 minutes maximum for AI assisted drafting per thinking block. After that, you review, close the laptop, and do not touch the output until the next day if it's a major deliverable. Distance is quality control. The rule about mixing. If at any point during a thinking session you feel the pull to open AI, write down why you want to open it. That reason is usually either fear of being wrong or avoidance of difficulty. Name it, then stay in the session. Let's be precise about this, not motivational, mathematical. Two people, same hours, same AI access, different protocols. 6 months. Here's what actually happens. Person, a current average AI user, 3-hour work session. Roughly 40% of that time is spent prompting, reprompting, evaluating, and correcting AI outputs. That's 72 minutes of cognitive budget spent on evaluation work per session. Deep thinking time, 108 minutes, but it's fractured, interrupted, never hitting flow state. Real productive output, low quality, hard to defend, low retention. Person B, the protocol. Same 3 hours, 40 minutes, pure thinking session, no AI, generation effect fully activated, Zygarnik loop held open. 30 minutes, execution session, AI used on a preformed structure. Remaining time, review, rest, second thinking block if needed. Deep thinking is uninterrupted. Cognitive budget is allocated, not drained at random. Now compound this. The generation effect gives person B 20 to 40% better retention per session. That's not opinion, that's Slameka and graphs replicated lab data. Over 5 sessions a week, 24 working weeks, person B has compounded a cognitive library that person A has not built. Person A has produced volume, person B has produced depth and can recall, defend, and extend every piece of it. There's a second number that matters. Decision fatigue. Person A burns approximately 72 minutes of prefrontal budget on AI evaluation daily. That's the same resource used for judgment, creativity, and strategic thinking. Over a week, that's 6 hours of high quality thinking capacity gone. Not to bad decisions, to no decision being possible at all. Person B loses roughly 12 minutes of evaluation overhead per day, contained inside the execution block, never touching the thinking reserve. The prefrontal cortex is protected. Strategic capacity stays online across the full week. The math is not complicated. You are not smarter by using AI more. You are smarter by using your brain first and AI second. In that order, every time, without exception. The rule is simple. Think first, execute second. Never let the tool touch a problem your brain hasn't held first. Stick to basics.